Hey y'all. Get my video straight. All right. So I still got my smock on. I'm in the middle of my work day. Got a few minutes. Go ahead and. It's been a minute since I've been on, and I have been busy, and I have also been procrastinating. So here we go. Tales from the dryer. This particular tale is going to be kind of a two-parter. One is going to be about a client's experience, and the other is going to be something that happened to me. Um, and I think y'all find it very interesting. So this is the question for this particular video. The question is, have you ever experienced any situation from somebody from that has crossed over, somebody who has passed on, somebody who has died, somebody who has transitioned? Have you ever had an experience of them after that transition? So that's a question. I think a lot of times when we don't know something, or when we've never experienced something, we just assume that it's not real, or people are making stuff up. I think that's an issue that we all have in this particular society. If it's not our experience, it's not factual, as opposed to saying, if it's not our experience, we just don't know nothing about it. So here we go. Let me give you a little background information about this particular client. This client, originally from Jamaica, and her family moved to New York when she was younger. So they grew up in the cities of New York. I'm not going to tell you which borough, because I don't particularly remember. And, I don't know nothing about that life. I'm a country girl. Nevertheless, what I do know is experience that we have, both of us, even being country girl, we have never really done public transportation. So that was one of the big things about her family. Her father had a car, and he was the one that drove. Her mom didn't drive. She had 4 other siblings, so it was 5 of them. And her mom never drove. And she said the only reason that they would do public transportation was for major events in the city. For example, the circus, because they could get on the subway and get right to Madison Square Garden and get off. So it was stuff like that. Or huge church events or something where the area was going to be packed, and they could just get on the subway as a family and ride too. But outside of that, they never did public transportation. So it's late at night. She said it's about 11:30, something like that. Everybody's going to bed, got school tomorrow, that type of thing. And it has gotten, pretty much settled in the house. And let me give you a little bit more background information. This was a very religious family, very churchy. And this is like years ago. So we talking stockings, hats, gloves. Like, we dressed for church. We were very churchy. We were in church all the time. Sunday school, prayer, Sunday service, go get lunch, come back for the afternoon service. Then we got a nighttime prayer meeting. Like, we was at church all the time. Well, they was at church all the time. Which is so funny, because I think about it. I don't even remember the last time I wore a pair of stockings to church. To be honest with you, I don't remember the last time I wore a pair of stockings anywhere. I remember Juanita Bynum put this thing up about, we at church with greasy legs. Yes, that's me. Greasy big legs. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna stop hitting this thing. I'm sorry, y'all. So anyway, that's the scene that we have with the religious family, very churchy. So for her to wake up and her mom is praying, walking the house and praying and speaking in tongues, she said that was normal. Nothing. So anyway, this particular night, everybody's settling in. We're getting ready to go to sleep. She says she hears her mom very frantically speaking in tongues. This is not just, basic. She said she sounds scared, and she wakes up and she hears her and she's going in, and then bloop, she stops. So she's like, So she lay on back down. She says about 10 minutes later, her mom comes in there, busts the doors open. Let's go, get up, get up, get up. Everybody, put your clothes on, put your clothes on. Now this is almost midnight. The daddy's at work. Ain't no car there. Where is we going? She says they get up, get dressed, and go get on the subway. She said the mama said nothing. They're sitting on the subway looking at each other like, why are we on here? Get on the subway, and they're headed to wherever they're headed to. She says once they get off, she realizes that they're at one of their church member friends' houses. They go in the house. She put everybody in the living room. Sit down, don't say nothing. She gets the daughter of the lady, and they go upstairs. She comes back down in about 10 minutes or so, and everybody get their clothes back on, they, jackets and stuff, and they head back on the subway, and they go back home. She said, y'all go in there, go get back in bed. She's like, what in the world? What's this? So here's the backstory. We're going to call her Miss Ellen. Miss Ellen has been in the hospital battling cancer, and the cancer has taken over. So Miss Helen passes on. We know that Miss Helen is dead. Physically, that physical body is gone. That night, Miss Helen comes to her bedroom and wakes her up in the middle of her sleep, which is the frantic speaking in tongues because she thought it was a devil. She goes in. She said, Miss Helen says, calm down. As if we're standing in front of each other talking. Please calm that foolishness. I need you to do something for me. You're the only person I can trust to get it done. She has a life insurance policy in her Bible, a specific Bible, in a specific place in her bedroom. Go and get the black Bible with the red string, whatever specifics are. In the back of the Bible is an insurance policy for my daughter. I need you to get it and give it to her so she'll have it. I think the way that the insurance policy was set up, the daughter wouldn't be able to cash it in until she was a certain age anyway. I need you to let her know this is for her only. Nobody needs to know about this, not even her father. She gets her calm and she says, okay, I'll do it. Which is why she got everybody up and went over there. Miss Helen, did I say Helen or Ellen? Whatever I named the lady, had passed on and had come back to tell her this. And they went upstairs, and that's exactly where the insurance policy was. Freaking amazing. It is all, listen, y'all, I am the nosiest somebody. Now, as I've gotten older in my life, I don't believe everything is my business. But if you start talking to me, I do believe I have the right to ask questions. So when my clients talk, I ask all the questions. So that's that story. So here is another. This is my personal story. I have a aunt that passed away, I believe 2 years. With the pandemic, it has your mind messed up. Was it 19 or was it 2000? She's had an anniversary, passing anniversary. So this will be 2 years. She passed away, and she passed away from cancer. And it just hurt my heart because as an adult, I was able to connect with my aunt on an adult level. There's this saying, I don't know if y'all watch the Golden Girls, but Blanche was talking to her daughter, and she says, oh, finally, we are the same age. And that's the truth. As you grow up, of course your ages are still, but your mentality becomes interlocked, and you can have real good conversation. That was me and my auntie. We had adult conversation, woman to woman, not niece to auntie, but woman to woman. And I just wanted to know if she was okay and if she was ready. If that was her thought process. She made up in her mind that she was ready to go. So one of my girlfriends like, you should call this meeting I had talked to. Now, I'm the procrastinator, not the procrastinator. Now, I'll get stuff done. If it's for me personally, I can push it off and push it off and push it off. If it's for you, I'm going to wait till the last minute. But deadline, I'm going to have it done for you. But I'm pretty much a procrastinator. So, my girlfriend knows this. So I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay. Ain't did nothing. For your birthday, I'm going to get you this reading. She says, you need to book the appointment and I won't pay for it. That's what happens. I booked the appointment, she pays for it. Now, I'm already a little, not skeptical, because this particular friend ain't going to lead me nowhere that is nothing other than positive for my life. That's a fact. But I just don't know what to expect. So I'm a little bit weary about where I'm going to come, what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, all of that, because I just don't know. So the lady calls me, and her name is Lillian. Lillian calls, and I'm telling you, the first 2 or 3 minutes on the phone, I was at such peace. We were laughing. I don't even know what we was talking about, but we was just talking. Her voice was very energetic, just, all that stuff. She said, okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. I said, okay then. So immediately she says, well, there's this guy with long legs, long arms, and full lips coming through. She said he just crossed over recently. Ma'am, you got me mixed up with somebody else. I have no idea who you're talking about. She said, okay. So she goes on. My grandfather ends up showing. She said, this is your mother's father who passed recently. And my grandfather passed right after my Aunt Jeanette passed. So, he says some stuff. And then she says, okay, this person has passed from cancer. My Aunt Jeanette passed from cancer. And this person, and she says something about steak and potatoes. And I was like, steak and potatoes? She says that's symbolism for very comforting food. Now, if you know anything about my Aunt Jeanette, you know that food was her thing. That was the love language of all love languages. She cooked and we ate. Do not ever get it twisted. When she passed away, everybody's like, well, who gonna try to make Aunt Jeanette's this or try to make Aunt Jeanette's that? I remember we went to, this is a story within a story. We went to Maryland and went to this vegan restaurant and got all this vegan food, and they had these chicken wings they had put on a stick. Fried them things up, y'all. It was so good. I said, Aunt Jeanette, I think you can do it. Well, find me a recipe. And she did it. There was no thought whether she couldn't. That was always her. She made the best food, and it just, y'all. Even if it wasn't right, if she said it wasn't right, it was still always so good. It was the love behind it. It was always that. So she came through, and I was just crying, and we talked. And we're on the phone now about 15 minutes. It was only a 20-minute session. And she says, are you sure you don't know this long-legged person? Long legs, long arms, full lips. She says, oh, he has a beautiful smile. Those were the words that she used. Beautiful smile. Y'all, the click just clicked so heavy for me. Oh my gosh. Yes, I know who you're talking about. So a lot of you all that will watch this or know that our friend TJ Vincent just passed away. So that's who it was. And I used to always say to him, you have such a beautiful smile. And so, he came through. She said, oh, he's just dancing and laughing and just having such a good time. And it just did something to me, and I was just so overjoyed for that experience. So I just want in this tale for us to kind of open our minds to different things and understanding that even if we don't experience it, to not push it off as fiction just because it hasn't been our experience yet. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed those. But in the comments, let me know if you've ever had a experience like that, or know somebody that's had an experience like that, you know. Or if you would like to have an experience like that, I can definitely get you in touch with Miss Lillian. It was great. It was really a wonderful experience. It was very comfortable. It was very peaceful, and yeah. Anyway, bye. That's what the children say now. Bye.